Hi students, good morning everybody. So in today's video we are going to see the grammar topic in your 6th prose, that is in your book page number 174. Okay, so today's title for the video is subject verb agreement. Okay, so what is it? Subject verb agreement, or it can also be called as subject verb concord. So concord means nothing but it is agreement. Okay, so what is this agreement between the subject and the verb? Let me explain you. Okay, so listen carefully so that you can understand very better. Okay, so the subject and verb of a sentence should be in agreement with each other. Okay, subjectum verbum எப்படி இருக்கணும், it should be agreeing with each other. Okay, so அது என்ன subject verbum agree பண்ணியிருக்கோம், எப்படி it will be agreeing means a verb agrees with the subject in number and person, that is a singular subject takes a singular verb and a plural subject takes a plural verb. Okay, so subject singular இருந்தா verb singular இருக்கணும், subject plural இருந்தா verbum plural இருக்கணும். It is the very basic rule in subject verb agreement. Okay, singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. So this is the basic agreement between the subject and the verb. Okay, suppose for singular subject if you are using plural verb, your sentence is wrong. Okay, so for singular verb, if you are using plural subject, your sentence is wrong. Okay, so a singular subject should always carry a singular verb and a plural subject should always carry a plural verb. Okay, that is the agreement between the basic agreement between the subject and the verb. Okay, and further, what is the use of learning the subject verb agreement is, it helps you in finding the errors in the sentence. So what errors means? Grammatical errors in the sentence. It will help you to form sentence without making any grammar mistakes. It is a very basic thing and also it is very important thing. So when you are learning the agreement between the subject and the verb, it will be very much helpful for you to form sentence without any grammar mistake. Okay, so there are many rules for subject verb agreement in our 10th standard. 12 rules have been given. So let us go through it one by one, right? See the first one. Example for singular verb in a sentence. See, look at this example. She is a good speaker. Okay, she is a good speaker. So here she is singular. It is a pronoun. It is singular. Right. So what is the verb here? Is the verb here. So it is also a singular verb. Right. So singular subject, singular verb. So this is the agreement between the subject and the verb. So a singular subject takes a singular verb. Can you understand? See, look at the next example. Ramu is an intelligent student. So Ramu, it is the name of a boy. Okay, it is singular. Again the verb is singular. Subhashini is an excellent dancer. So Subhashini, it is singular, is singular. Sunita is a great artist. Sunita singular, is singular. He is a good person. He is singular, is singular. So in all these 5 examples we have seen that singular subject has carried a singular verb. Okay, can you understand? So it is not only in the case of is, with all the singular verb you have to use the singular subject, or with all the singular subject you have to use the singular verb. See for one more example. Prem goes to shop. Okay, Prem goes to shop. Here Prem is singular and again goes, it is a does form verb. It is also singular. Understand? So it is a does form verb. Can you remember? We have seen this already in the beginning of the online classes. I have shared you a video for this basic rule, how the verb will agree with the subject. Sorry, how the subject will agree with the verb. So does is a singular verb. So singular subject carries a singular verb. Can you understand? So the next one is for plural verb in a sentence. So what is this next thing we have seen? Yes, plural subject takes a plural verb. See here, children, it is plural. So நிறைய பேர் நீங்க என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க? Children's யூஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க. It is wrong. Child singular, children plural. Okay, so here are is a plural auxiliary verb. So children plural are plural. Next, they have finished their work. So they plural have plural auxiliary verb. So what is the singular for have? Has is singular, have another plural. So singular subject, plural subject, plural verb. Next, Geeta and Sita have won the prize. Okay, Geeta one girl, Sita one girl, totally two girls. So it is plural. So here have is a plural auxiliary verb. You and I are friends. You and I are plural friends. 2 and 2 make 4. Okay, 2 and 2 make 4. So here 2 joined by the conjunction and. See all this, it is joined. It is also one of the separate rule. When two subjects are joined by the conjunction and, it should carry a plural verb. அப்படிங்கிறது it is one of the rule also. Okay. So 2 and 2 make 4. So here it is again plural subject, plural verb. Can you understand? So what is the basic rule? Singular subject carries a singular verb and plural subject carries a plural verb. Now let us get inside the rules of the subject verb agreement in detail. So what is the first rule? Two or more singular subjects joined by and take a plural verb. Okay, two or more singular subjects. You have to understand, two or more singular subjects joined by the conjunction and takes a plural verb. So ரெண்டு singular subject or more than two singular subject endங்கிற conjunction யூஸ் பண்ணி join பண்ணியிருந்தா it will take a plural verb. See here, what are the subjects? You ஒரு subject, I ஒரு subject, both are singular subject in this sentence. Okay, it is joined by the conjunction and. So what verb should come? Plural verb should come. Love, it is do form verb, it is plural. Can you understand? So two or more singular subjects joined by and takes a plural verb. See, I have given you some more example. So fire and water do not agree. Okay, fire and water do not agree. So fire, water, it is two singular verbs joined by and, conjunction and. So what is the verb? It is do form verb, it is plural. So it is not occur, it is a car. Change it. A car and a bike are my means of transport. So here it is ARER. So a car and a bike are my means of transport. It is not by, it is my. So a car and a bike are my means of transport. So a car singular, a bike singular, joined by the conjunction and, it carries the plural verb are. Can you understand? Look at the third example. The ranger and the camper see the bear. So the ranger singular, a person, the camper one more singular. It is also denoting a person. It is joined by the conjunction and it carries a plural verb. Okay, it is do form, so it is a plural verb. The ranger and the camper see the bear. Okay, So when two or more singular subjects are joined by the conjunction end, it should take a plural verb. See, at the same time, when two or more singular subjects are joined by the small modification in the rule, in your book it will not be given. So two or more singular subjects joined by the conjunction are. Suppose and க்கு பதிலா if it is joined by the conjunction are, it takes a singular verb. அங்க என்ன வரும்? Singular verb தான் வரும். See here, the ranger or the camper sees the bear. ஓகே, ஸோ இங்கே ஏன் சிங்குலர் வருது அப்படின்னா யாராவது ஒருத்தர் தான் பார்த்துருக்க முடியும், ரெண்டு பேரும் இங்கே பார்க்கல. ஓகே, ஸோ அந்த பியரை ரெண்டு பேரும் பார்க்கல. ஒன்று ரேஞ்சர் பார்த்துருக்காரு ஆர் த கேம்பர் பார்த்துருக்காரு. யாராவது ஒரு பர்சன் தான் பார்த்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ we are using singular verb here. We have to use singular verb here. ஸோ இங்கே ரேஞ்சர் அண்ட் த கேம்பர்னா இங்கே 2 person ஆயிடுது இல்லையா? ஸோ ரெண்டு பேர் பார்த்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ இட் இஸ் plural. That's why we are using plural verb here. Can you understand? So the next one is, so look at the next rule, second rule. When two subjects are joined by as well as the verb agrees with the first subject. Okay, when two subjects are joined by as well as the verb agrees with the first subject. So look at the example. Her cousins as well as she are hardworking. Okay, இங்கே her cousinsங்கிறது it is one subject and sheங்கிறது it is one more subject. Okay, it is joined by as well as. ஸோ இந்த கண்டிஷனில் இருந்தது சென்டென்ஸ் அப்படின்னா இந்த verb வந்து எது கூட அக்ரி பண்ணணும்? It should agree with the first subject, that is her cousins. ஸோ இங்கே her cousins singular plural, it is plural. So the verb should also be plural. Can you understand? When two subjects joined by as well as, ரெண்டு சப்ஜெக்டை as well as யூஸ் பண்ணி ஜாயின் பண்ணோன்னா, ஸோ இங்கே ரெண்டு சப்ஜெக்ட் என்ன? her cousinsங்கிறது ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட், ஷீங்கிறது இன்னொரு சப்ஜெக்ட் இல்லையா? ஸோ இட் இஸ் ஜாயின்டு பை as well as. ஸோ இப்படி ஜாயின் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா அந்த verb வந்து எந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் கூட அக்ரி பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா இந்த செகண்ட் சப்ஜெக்ட் கூட அக்ரி பண்ணக்கூடாது. இட் ஷுட் அக்ரி வித் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சப்ஜெக்ட் her cousins. ஸோ இங்கே her cousinsங்கிறது it is plural. So the verb should also be plural. Okay. See here, silver as well as gold is a precious metal. So silver one subject, gold one subject. So how is the first subject? It is singular. So the verb is also singular, is. Can you understand? The father as well as his sons is industrious. இங்கே the father is one subject, his sons is one subject, it is joined with as well as. So இங்கே fatherங்கிறது singular subject, his sonsங்கிறது plural subject. So anyhow இந்த isங்கிற verb எது கூட agree பண்ணணும்? It should agree with the first subject. So the first subject is singular. So the verb is also singular. Can you understand? So இங்கே ரெண்டுமே singular subject தான். எப்படியா இருந்தாலும் the verb should agree with the first subject. So is. Okay, so here one subject is singular and the second subject is plural. So the verb should agree with the first subject only, not with the second subject. So the first subject is singular, so the verb is also singular. Can you understand? So come to the third rule. Either, neither, each, every and everyone are followed by a singular verb. So look at the example. Each of them is lovable. Okay, each of them is lovable. So here each. So in the words either, neither, each, every, everyone la vandaduna eppadi irukano? Verb should be singular. So here is singular. Okay, so let me give you some more examples. So look at the example. Either way is fine. So either singular verb. Neither of my daughters is single. So neither singular verb. Every room is full. Every singular verb. Everyone laughs behind his back. So everyone laughs, does form verb. So it is singular verb. Next, everybody is tempted now and then. Everybody is singular verb. Next, everybody knows the fact. So everybody knows, it is a does form verb. So singular. Each of the ladies has a designer handbag. So each we have used singular verb. Can you understand? So when you are using either, neither, every, everyone, everybody, each, okay, and also nobody use pannalum the same condition. Okay, nobody is singular. Okay, with all these things you have to use singular verb. So next come to the fourth rule. When two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. So listen to this carefully. So look at this fourth and fifth rule. Both are same with a small difference. So when two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing. Okay, when two singular nouns, in the nouns, plural nouns kadayadu, singular nouns. Okay, you should note all this. When two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. Okay, see, listen. My sister and friend has come. So, my sister one noun, friend another noun. So, both the noun are singular. Okay. அப்போ verb எப்படி இருக்கணும்? The verb must be singular. So what is the verb here? Has is the verb. It is singular verb. Can you understand? So look at the fifth rule. When two subjects express one idea. Okay, when two subjects express one idea, the verb is in the singular. So here what are the two subjects? 3. Okay. 3 and 3. So when these two subjects express one idea, ரெண்டுமே ஒரே ஐடியாவை ஒரே பாயிண்ட்டை மீன் பண்ணுச்சு அப்படின்னா அங்கேயும் என்னதான் யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? The verb should be singular. Okay. So actually here S should come. Okay. 3 and 3 makes 6. Can you understand? So both this are same. இது எதுக்கு ரெண்டு பாயிண்டாக கொடுத்துருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா இது ஒரே ஐடியாவை எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ணுது. ஃபிஃப்த் பாயிண்ட், இட் இஸ் எக்ஸ்பிளைனிங் த சேம் ஐடியா. ஹியர் டூ பர்சன்ஸ் ஆர் கிவன். ஓகே, இங்கே பர்சன் ஆர் திங். இட் இஸ் அன் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஃபார் பர்சன். ஹியர் இட் இஸ் அன் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஃபார் when two subjects expressing one idea, single idea. Okay. So idli and chutney is a good combination. Idli and chutney is a good combination. Okay, so this can be an example for both fourth and fifth point. So idli one thing, chutney one thing. So both are joined by the conjunction. So idli and chutney is a good combination. So both are singular. Okay, both are singular. So the verb also should be singular. So in the fifth rule, as per the fifth rule நம்ம பார்த்தோம்னாலும் idli and chutney both are expressing the same idea. So chutneyயும் நம்ம செப்பரேட்டாக சாப்பிட மாட்டோம், இட்லியும் நம்ம செப்பரேட்டாக சாப்பிட மாட்டோம். Both are expressing a single thing. Okay. ஸோ ரெண்டையுமே நம்ம ஒரு கான்செப்டாக தான் ஒன்றா தான் எடுத்துக்க முடியும். ஸோ அட் தட் டைம் வி ஹாவ் டு யூஸ் த சிங்குலர் verb. Can you understand? So look at this example. The novelist and the poet is dead. So the novelist one person and the poet. So and then அவர் ஒரு novelist and also he is a poet. ரெண்டுமே ஒரே person தான். Okay, so the verb is singular. My friend and the advisor has come. Okay, என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டு தான் எப்போவுமே அவன் எனக்கு அட்வைஸ் பண்ணுவான். ஸோ தட்ஸ் வை அவனோட ஃப்ரெண்ட் அண்ட் அட்வைசர். அவனுக்கு அவன் ஃப்ரெண்டு அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஹீ இஸ் அன் அட்வைசர். கேன் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? ஸோ போத் ஆர் சேம் பர்சன், வேறு வேறு பர்சன் கிடையாது, ரெண்டு பேருமே. அவன் என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டு அண்ட் ஆல்சோ என்னோட வெல்விஷர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ லைக் தட் மை ஃப்ரெண்ட் அண்ட் த அட்வைசர் ஹேஸ் கம். ஸோ சிங்குலர் verb. ஸோ த நாவலிஸ்ட் அண்ட் த போயட், அவர் நாவலும் எழுதுவார் அண்ட் ஆல்சோ போயம்ஸும் எழுதுவார். ஓகே, ஸோ சேம் பர்சன். த நாவலிஸ்ட் அண்ட் த போயட் இஸ் டெட். மை ஃப்ரெண்ட் அண்ட் த அட்வைசர் ஹேஸ் கம். கேன் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? So here the fourth point and the fifth point are almost same thing. Okay. Next, sixth rule. When a plural noun expresses some specific quantity or amount considered as a whole, the verb is in singular. First rules நல்லா understand பண்ணிக்கோ. When a plural noun, ஒரு plural noun expresses some specific quantity or amount considered as a whole, the verb is in singular. See, plural noun. So look at this example, 30 liters of milk. It is a plural noun. Okay, it is expressing some specific quantity. எவ்வளோ quantity? 30 liters. Considered as a whole. இதை ஒரு whole thing-ஆ consider பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா, okay, the verb should be singular. So is singular. So when a plural noun expresses some specific quantity, so milkங்கிறது it is a plural noun, it is expressing some specific quantity. What is the quantity? 30 liters. Okay, so இதை நம்ம ஒரு whole thing-ஆ ஒரு single thing-ஆ consider பண்ணுறோம் இல்லையா? So at that time we have to use a singular verb. Can you understand? So 30 liters of milk is too much for payasam. So look at this example. $2,000 is a huge sum of money. So $2,000 is a huge sum of money. So 10 miles. Okay, 10 miles is a long distance. So it is milesங்கிறது plural-ஆ இருந்தாலும் 10 miles நம்ம ஒரு whole thing-ஆ சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா? So here it should be singular verb. Can you understand? Next one. So next come to the seventh rule. When two or more singular subjects are connected by, with, together with, and not, besides, no less than, the verb is in singular. Okay, when two or more singular subjects are connected with. So look at the example. He, it is a singular subject. She, it is also a singular subject. It is connected with and not. It is connected with and not. Okay, so at that time the verb should be singular, is. அதே மாதிரி two singular subjects with use பண்ணி connect பண்ணாலும், when we are connecting with together with, when we are connecting with besides, when we are connecting with no less than. Okay, so இந்த words எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணி two singular subjects connect பண்ணோம்னா we have to use a singular verb. Okay, that is the seventh rule. And the eighth rule is, the verb agrees with the number of the nouns that follow the verb. So what is it? The verb agrees with the number of the nouns that follow the verb. So what is the verb? Are. Okay, there are the verb agrees with the number of the nouns that follow the verb. So இந்த verb are follow பண்ணி என்ன வந்திருக்கு? 10 studentsங்கிற noun வந்திருக்கு இல்லையா? So இங்க 10 studentsங்கிறது plural. So the verb is also plural. So sometimes இந்த மாதிரியும் agree ஆகும். Okay, the verb agrees with the number of the nouns that follow the verb. So there are 10 students in the crowd. So look at this example. There are 8 houses in a line. So 8 houses, it is plural. So the verb are is also plural. Can you understand? So இந்த கேஸில் எப்படி வந்ததுன்னா ப்ரீவியஸ் எக்ஸாம்பிளில் verb will noun will come in the beginning. Okay. So இது ஒரு whole thing-ஆக எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ணுறதுனால we are using is. Okay. இங்கே வந்திருக்கு the noun is followed by the verb. Suppose இங்கே 8 houses. Suppose if you are using 8 houses in the beginningல 8 houses-னு யூஸ் பண்ணியிருந்தோம்னா என்ன பண்ணணும் நம்ம? We have to use is. Can you understand? So, after verb, suppose the noun, plural nouns are following, we have to use the plural verb. So, there are 8 houses in a line. Can you understand? Okay, what is the 9th rule? Some nouns that are plural in form but singular in meaning. Okay, so some nouns that are plural in form but singular in the meaning. For example, Tamil is my mother tongue. Okay, so Tamil அப்படிங்கிறது it is a combination of all Tamil, and that is language, text, letters, everything. So one more better example, physics. ஸோ இங்கே ஃபிசிக்ஸுங்கிற வேர்டில் எஸ் வரதுனால நமக்கு இது ப்ளூரல் மாதிரியே தெரியும். பட் இட் இஸ் நாட் ப்ளூரல், இட் இஸ் சிங்குலர். சேம் லைக் திஸ் மேத்தமெட்டிக்ஸ். ஓகே, மேத்தமெட்டிக்ஸ். ஸோ இதுலேயும் எஸ் வரதுனால நமக்கு ப்ளூரல் மாதிரி தெரியும். பட் இட் இஸ் நாட் ப்ளூரல், இட் இஸ் சிங்குலர். ஸோ இட் இஸ் அ சிங்குலர் சப்ஜெக்ட். ஸோ ஃபிசிக்ஸ், மேத்தமெட்டிக்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் சிங்குலர் சப்ஜெக்ட். ஸோ மேத்தமெட்டிக்ஸ் இஸ் my favorite subject. Physics is my favorite subject. Okay, likewise, if you are using this in the beginning, inga yes varudanaala, you should not take it in the plural sense, it is singular. See, look at this example. The first innings was soon over. ஸோ இது இன்னிங்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது எஸ்ல எண்ட் ஆகிறதுனால பார்க்குறதுக்கு ப்ளூரல் மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சாலும் இட் இஸ் நாட் ப்ளூரல், இட் இஸ் singular. The first inningsங்கிறது it is singular. So the verb should also be singular. The news. So newsங்கிறதோட expansion என்ன? North, east, west, south. So yes வரதுனால it is not plural, definitely it is singular. So the news is too good to be true. Okay, so the news yes வரதுனால you should not take it as plural, it is always it is singular. So it takes a singular verb. Okay. So some nouns that are plural in form but singular in the meaning. So ஒரு சில nouns பார்க்குறதுக்கு plural இருந்தாலும் like physics, mathematics, innings, news and the மாதிரி, even though it seems like plural, it is singular, so it should take a singular verb. Okay. Next 10th point. A plural noun which is in the name of a country, province, a book is followed by a singular verb. Okay, see, look at the example. Human values is of great importance. Human values is of great importance. So here, a plural noun which is in the name of a country, province, a book. So human values, it is definitely plural. So இந்த மாதிரி மீன் பண்ணுற எல்லாமே என்ன தான் ஃபாலோ பண்ணோம்? It will be agreed with the singular verb. Okay, it will agree with the singular verb. Next 11th point. A collective noun takes a singular verb. Okay, a collective noun takes a singular verb. So you know what are all the collective nouns? Team, family, whole class. இதெல்லாமே என்னது? It is called as collective noun. So a collective noun takes a singular verb. So the whole class. இங்க whole classங்கிறது என்னது? It is representing the entire class in the so entire students in the class. Okay, the whole class. So the whole class is attentive. So ஒரு classல there may be any number of students. Okay, but anyhow it is representing the collectively, it is representing collectively, and this classல இருக்க whole entire students, whatever number it may be, 5, 10, 15, 50 or whatever it is represented as a whole thing. Okay, a collective noun. So the whole class is a collective noun. So the whole class is attentive. So it takes a singular verb. See, look at the example. The team is playing in a championship game. So here the team is a collective noun. Okay. So it is, so that definitely a team means it will contain many players. Irundhalum, it is represented as a whole thing, a collective noun. So the team is a collective noun. It is followed by a singular verb. Next, the school reopens in January. So here school is also a collective noun. School means it represents all the schools, not only a single school. So it is a collective noun, right? So it carries a singular verb. So reopens is in does form. So it is singular verb. So the collective noun takes a singular verb. That is the 11th rule. Okay. In the next one. So what is the 12th rule? A relative pronoun must agree with its gender, number and person. So what are all the relative pronouns? First of all, whom, whose, what, who, okay, which. All these are called as relative pronouns. Okay. So a relative pronoun must agree with its gender, number and person. Look at the example. It is I who is to write. So here what is the relative pronoun? Who. So what are all the relative pronouns? Who, whose, that, which, whom, whoever, whomever, what, all these are called as relative pronouns, right? So a relative pronoun must agree with its gender, number and person. Now look at the example. It is I who is to write. Okay, it is I who is to write. So in the I and the who are same person. Ayyum whom yaru, it is same person. Here what is the relative pronoun? Who is the relative pronoun? It is I who is to write. So here who is the relative pronoun which is representing the subject I. It is singular. The verb is also singular. Can you understand? See, let me give you some more example. See, look at the example. The women who went to the meeting were bored. Okay, the women who went to the meeting were bored. Now match the example with the rule. So the women who went to the meeting were. So this sentence is in past tense. So leave it. Come to the next example. Sorry. Here you have H will not come. It is W-E-R-E, were. Okay. The women who went to the meeting were bored. So the women is plural. Who is a relative pronoun. Whoங்கிறது இங்க யாரை மீன் பண்ணுது? It is representing the women. So இங்க women இருக்கு, not women இல்லை, M-A இல்லை, M-E. So it is plural இல்லையா? Plural subject. So this who is representing the women. So the women is plural. So the verb is also plural. வேறுங்கிறது என்னது? It is plural auxiliary verb. It is the plural auxiliary verb. So the subject is plural. The verb is also plural. Can you understand? Next, Salma is the scientist who writes the reports. So inga whoங்கிறது யாரை represent பண்ணுது? It is representing Salma. Okay. So here Salma is singular. So writes singular does form verb. So it is singular verb. Salma is the scientist who writes the reports. Can you understand? So what is our 12th rule? So what is the 12th rule? A relative pronoun must agree with its gender, number and person. Okay. So these are all the 12 rules which is given for your given under the topic subject verb agreement. So watch the video carefully, watch the video twice, go through your book twice so that you will have a very better understanding. And also some exercise were given for you to complete. Okay. See, exercise is given, fill in the blanks appropriately, fill in the blanks with the appropriate verb. Okay, so these two exercises you can complete yourself by going through the rules, do it properly. Okay, hope every one of you have understood subject verb agreement. Thank you for watching. Thank you.